This is Urban Knowledge, whether you're listening to the podcast on SoundCloud or you're watching some clips on YouTube. I've got a very special guest with me right now. I say that every episode, but I really mean it this time. This is this is World DJ Champion of Red Bull, DJ Puffy. How are you, man?
Nice. I'm blessed.
Yeah,
Blessed.
absolutely, man. Look, I was doing my
Trying to
research.
get up the troll, as I told you, but
Well, look, like I was doing my research on you, and I was watching some of your other interviews, and to my surprise,
okay.
I saw you were interviewing an artist. So, how long have you been doing the radio thing?
I've been, well, this year I'm kind of on leave to accommodate my tour. That was from September, but I did radio for like 6 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
I
is
was
that
on 6 days a week here in Barbados.
right? Right, and is that something you want to get back into?
Maybe not, depending on where my career goes. But it's not on the front burner right now.
Yeah, for sure. Especially with all this DJ stuff taking off, if you're winning the championship. But yeah, I'll definitely get back into that. But let's start from the beginning. Start from the beginning. Tell me a little bit
Sure.
about your early life in Barbados. Where did you grow up?
Well, I kind of grew up on the south here in Barbados. As if you did your research, many would know that Barbados isn't that big. So
All right.
we're only like 166 square miles. The population is like roughly 250,000. So that's it. Barbados is really small, and I grew up on the south in a place called Maxwell. That's in Christchurch. That's our like province or parish, Christchurch. I got into DJing. Well, first of all, I've always been into music. My mom is a singer, and my dad plays a couple of instruments. So music has always been around me per se. And I got into DJing by accident. It was just a hobby for me, really. I used to do it on my computer like every other bedroom DJ. And I was actually running because we have a festival here every summer called Crop Over. It's like our carnival. So I was marketing manager of one of the carnival bands in this is what 2008, 2009. And we were kind of trying to cut costs for the DJs because we could only afford to pay 2 real DJs.
Yeah.
So I told them, I said, oh, just let me fill the slot. I mean, I can make songs, I guess. So I asked them to fill the slot. And the guy who's my manager today, he heard me playing and he was like, yo, how long you been DJing? I said, well, I'm really not a real DJ. I just do it for fun. And he was like, well, I want you on my parties. And I was never really the type to turn down an opportunity. So I was like, sure, I tried it. And here I am today, winner of freestyle.
Yeah. For sure. Okay, so how did you build up your brand as DJ Puffy?
I'm a social media fan. I like social media. I like connecting with people. I like meeting new people, and I think it's fun. It's another hobby for me. People say that social media is a job, but I really just do it for fun, and it has definitely been a significant factor to the success of my career. And I just like connectivity, man. I believe that as an artist, as a creative, if you're gonna have supporters, you need to connect with them on a somewhat personal level, and that's what I do.
Yeah, for sure. Social media is just so important these days. Just as any entity, as any sort of entertainer, you really got to self-serve your fans.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Mentioned in your SoundCloud bio, Amber Rose, J. Cole, Rihanna have all been a part of your audience while DJing. So can I assume that Rihanna, the gig that Rihanna attended was in Barbados?
Yeah, it was. We actually went to school together. We went to the same high school. So,
Damn.
yeah.
Same high school.
Same high school.
And she's close in age, isn't she? She's what, a couple of years older than you,
She's
yeah?
like 2-3 years older than I am.
So what? So do you remember going to school with her?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. We were in cadets together. Her brother is one of my best friends. So yeah, I mean, we're cool. When she comes here, I don't really see her per se because she's always like in and out, and it gets so crazy. But whenever I'm DJing and she's here, she always comes through.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm here as well. So yeah.
You must be super proud, just coming out of your high school, the fact that she's turned into this superstar, mega superstar, and she'll be a legend.
Yeah, she's already a legend. She's already a legend.
Absolutely.
I'm definitely proud of her family, and everybody who's been taking her along this journey. It's amazing stuff.
Yeah, and I can see how much Rihanna means to you because you pretty much mention her in damn near every interview you do. So yeah, big ups to Rihanna.
Yeah, she's from Barbados. She's the pinnacle of pop culture and everything right now. So you have to give her credit.
Yeah, got to give her respect. Absolutely. Yeah, man. So you've also shared the stage with MMG's Rick Ross and Omarion. So explain that experience.
I opened for Rick Ross when he came here to Barbados. That was a pretty good show. That was let me see. That was probably just before Teflon Don, the album release. In terms of Omarion, we brought Omarion here. What I used to do was I used to promote myself and my manager. We promoted a Thursday night at a popular nightclub here back in the day, a couple years ago. And we brought Omarion in to host and to perform at one of my parties there. So that was pretty epic. He had a great time here in Barbados, taking in all the scenery, and we took him out on a catamaran, and he swam with the turtles and all that. But that was a really dope experience. I'm sure he can still remember that today.
Right. And I like the fact that you're creating your own opportunity there. You and your manager, starting this nightclub and then being big enough in order to bring these artists there. So big ups to you, man.
It's been a blessing, man. It's been a blessing for sure.
For sure. So, look, prior to Red Bull, have you competed in any other DJ competitions?
No. Red Bull was my first DJ competition ever.
Wow.
Like the first in my... Yeah.
Because, that's surprising to me because normally, DJs that get into Red Bull, they have experience prior, So that's surprising to hear.
This was my first ever. Like, and to be honest, and I said in other interviews, I really didn't go to win the competition. Like, obviously, I wanted to perform to the best of my ability, but I just wanted to grasp every moment and learn from every single situation and every experience while I was in Chile for those 10 days. So, I mean, it's a bonus that I won, but I just went for the experience, really. The freestyle experience is priceless. Absolutely. For any DJ.
Absolutely. Man, so you did your routine, Serato, Red Bull shared your video, then you picked as a wild card to go to Chile. So what's going through your mind at this moment?
I was tripping, B. I was tripping. I was like, I remember when Serato shared my video, I was on the radio at the time.
All right.
And I got a notification on my phone, and I was like, what? And when I looked at it, I was like, no way! No, I ran out of the studio. Music was playing. The song didn't run out, but I tripped out, B. I ran around the entire freaking studio. I could not believe it. I was like, Serato shared my video. I'm on top of the world. And from then, it kind of gave me a hint. I was like, okay, if Serato shared my video and Pioneer shared my video, I have to be in, right? I have to be in.
Definitely.
Yeah, so they gave me some hope. They gave me something to look forward to while waiting on the official word from Kenny.
Yeah. And how long was the wait, and when you put your submission out until you actually got a response?
It'd be 3 months.
3 months. That's
It was
a long
long.
way.
It was hella long, B.
Yeah.
I thought I'd make it.
And they shared your video pretty quickly though. So like, you're just going through
Yeah.
this anticipation for a long time.
Yeah, absolutely. And everybody's like messaging me like, yo, what's going on with the Red Bull thing? Yo, what's up with the Red Bull thing? Yo, did you get in? Yo, did you get in? And I'm like, yo, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
For sure. And so, look, I interviewed DJ Perplex. He's an 8-time DJ champion here in Australia, and he won Red Bull Freestyle nationally a couple of times. And
Right.
I'm interested to know how DJs prepare for big DJ competitions. And Perplex told me, he was in a DJ group and they competed in competitions together. They motivated each other. I'm wondering how you prepared yourself for the Red Bull Freestyle.
Preparation for freestyle. It was just really my thing is, and my performances and my sets. They're very vibe and energy oriented, and I kind of find my routines and my tricks and stuff through just opening my mind and just going through my music. So one day I will wake up and I will be like, all right, let's see what I can find today. It's like digging for gold.
Mm-hmm.
And I would just look up a track and start to think about what tracks will make sense with it and just kind of freestyle my way an hour, 2 hours, and ideas would hit me. I'm like, okay, cool, I can play on these words or I can do this. And, I want to repeat this in this way. And so let me see what I can do here. If I could chop up this beat, this sounds like I can take a couple samples here and use the pads to do X, Y, Z. And I kind of just build it from a completely, from a free space. Like, I just sit down and just play music and whatever happens. And I just take the best memories or the best moments from each freestyle set and I throw them into a couple crates and I kind of try to tell the story from each piece. It's like a puzzle. So you got to come up with each piece of the puzzle individually and then throw all those individual pieces into another crate and try to put them together as one.
Yeah.
So that's my best kind of description or definition of my process, my prep process.
Yeah.
And when I come up with that set, then I just practice it over and over and over again. I record it on video and audio, I listen to it, I watch it, and I kind of tweak it.
Yeah. And I'm wondering, sort of like the time span of things. So like, did you have a set, your 15-minute set, before you did your routine to submit, or was it afterwards? Like how long was it until you finished it?
I did the 5-minute video and then I came up with the prelim set.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't long before the competition though. I probably had 8 weeks for the prelim set.
Right.
The final set, I came, and this is a funny story because I had a final set just in case. It wasn't as strong as the prelim set though.
Right.
So I went into freestyle, performed on Wednesday, and won, and was like, okay, cool.
Mm-hmm. Went
into the practice room the day after, did the set that I had before for the final, and didn't like it.
Right. So you're talking about the final set you didn't like?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, look, when you get... Yeah, go on, sorry.
No, you can go ahead. I'll continue after.
Well, I mean, it's kind of tricky because like your prelim set, you want it to be strong as possible in order to get you to the final, but your final set obviously needs to be as strong,
right,
if not stronger as well. So yeah, that's surprising to hear.
Exactly. So on Friday, I was like, yo, I'm not feeling this at all. I'm not. And if I went into the finals with that set that I had, things wouldn't have things wouldn't have worked out the way they did.
Yeah.
So I came up with a completely new set on Friday.
Wow. Wow. And so you did the set on Friday. You completed your set on Friday. When was the actual final?
Yeah.
What,
on Saturday, the next day.
Wow. And to memorize all that, like that's tricky, man.
So I stood behind. I didn't go to the prelims on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
I spent 5-6 hours in the practice room.
Yeah.
Just doing this over and over and over again and bouncing ideas off some of my friends and mentors.
Yeah.
And I did it over and over again till I was somewhat satisfied.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, the rest was a gamble. It was just like, well, let's hope that I can fit what was supposed to be 3 months of preparation into 6 hours.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, because you probably wasn't even expecting to go to the finals. You were saying you were there pretty much for the experience.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, look, do you feel like you were at a disadvantage going into the World Finals?
Yes and no.
Okay. Explain.
To the disadvantage, obviously, if you watch the other guys' sets, I'm not as technical as they are.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I'm not as technical as Beast Mode or JFB at all. Shout out to Beast Mode, by the way. He's Australian.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's one of the closest people that I am to in terms of freestyle. We spent a lot of time just chilling and swapping music and stuff. So yeah, shout out to Beast Mode one time, man.
For sure.
That's family now. But yeah, my sets are more party rocking sets, you know. Yes, they have the technical aspect in it, but you're not gonna find me beat juggling for a hell of a lot of bars.
Yeah.
Just in my opinion, like if I'm rocking a crowd, I need to be able to keep their attention while still pleasing the judges, you know. So I'm a crowd pleaser. And that was the disadvantage somewhat that I had to other DJs going into the final.
Mm-hmm. Well, look, the reason why I asked that question is because most of the other contestants had experience nationally with their 15-minute sets in front of crowds.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it to each his own, and I kind of made myself at home with the set, you know, because I'm a performer, I'm an entertainer. I don't just like to DJ and sit down and just look at this stuff and look at the laptop and stay. I like to run around and pull people on stage and say stuff on the mic. And although you can't do it in freestyle, I like to entertain. I like to perform. So that was my advantage. In addition to being fluent in two or three other genres, that's reggae, dancehall, and soca. So automatically, I had three genres up on every DJ, just being from the Caribbean.
Yeah, for sure.
And
that's an advantage in itself.
I use that to my advantage.
Yeah,
because it is three style. So I just had to build on the three styles that I was fluent in already.
Yeah. For sure. And
in the Caribbean, you have to be versatile. Like, we're such a diverse group of people. We listen to a lot of things: reggaeton, blues, old school, hip hop, trap, EDM, everything. So when you're performing for people from our culture, you have to be able to please everybody.
Excellent. Man, in Chile, Red Bull threw daily competitions and activities. You know, on day 5, it looks like there was like a Q&A session. You know, correct me if I'm wrong. What was your favorite activity from the trip?
I missed that Q&A session because I was practicing.
Yeah. Wow. Because like they looked like they dropped a lot of jewels in that Q&A.
I know, but I made the sacrifice.
Right, you had to though. Yeah.
Absolutely. My favorite session was between we went crate digging, so we went record shopping, and that we don't really have record stores here in Barbados, so that was my first time ever shopping for records in my entire career.
Wow. It's crazy.
Yeah, so that was an experience to be able to crate dig with Newmark and Z-Trip and Jazzy Jeff and Scratch Bastard and all these people. Like, Craze was there, Zap was there. It was phenomenal for me, you know, like just to be able to see how they do things and see their taste in records while they're digging. That was a very special experience.
Absolutely, absolutely. So look, not to gas you up now, but you're a world DJ champion now. Does that feel surreal to hear?
Yeah. I mean, people always ask me like, "Yo, so how do you feel?" And it's like, I mean, I don't feel any different. You know, I still feel like Andre. Like I'm still the same person. Obviously, it's more work now. It's my career is on a different level, and I'm excited about that. I'm anxious to take everything to the next level and show the world what I have to offer in terms of music and art and DJing, and I'm looking forward to contributing to the craft in a major way.
Yeah.
You know? So, yeah, I'm excited, but I'm not the type of person to be like, oh, I'm world DJ champion now. Like, it's cool, man. It's great, and I'm grateful, and I give thanks for it every day.
Yeah. I mean, to what you said just now, you know, you got to sustain this. Like, you can't really just fall off. This is when you got to keep grinding.
Yeah. Exactly. So, I mean, we're definitely taking the career to the next level, and we'll be doing bigger festivals now. People have been reaching out, so we're gonna be doing bigger festivals. We're gonna be I'm actually putting out a couple tracks really soon. I got back a master today for one of them, so I'll be uploading probably after we speak, and I get a haircut or something.
Yeah.
But I'll be uploading one of those originally produced remixes. And I have some original tracks that I've been working on as well. So hopefully we can get those signed and release those on some major labels really soon, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Always looking towards the future then. You got a plan going.
Most definitely. It's kind of like freestyle, and this whole thing was kind of like my metamorphosis or evolution from just a DJ to an artist now. You know, so it's I can feel that coming on. Yeah. I can feel it, and I'm definitely inspired to make more music now.
For sure. So, what gifts did you receive from winning the title? Like, there was a cash prize, wasn't there?
Maybe.
Can't disclose.
But yeah, I got the gold S9 from Pioneer.
Fantastic.
And that's one of a kind.
Yeah.
And that's a gem. Obviously, Freestyle, I'll be traveling on the Freestyle tour for the next year and beyond. It's like I'm a part of the family now, you know? It's like Illuminati. Just kidding. But
no, I'm sure they're going to give you jobs in the future.
Just to be part of the family is amazing, man. It's amazing, and that's a prize in itself for me, B, for real.
Yeah, I mean, you see.
But
yeah, go on. Sorry.
There are a lot of perks, that come with freestyle.
Absolutely.
Pioneer perks, Serato perks. Shout out to DJ City as well.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like as I was saying with the jobs, you know, you see all the finalists, the previous world winners. Sorry, you know, they're all judges, and they all get gigs around the world from when the national finals happen. So absolutely, I can imagine all the perks that come with it.
Most definitely.
Yeah, for sure. You know, out of the whole competition and being in Chile, were there any crazy stories that happened?
Oh, man. Shout out to everybody from Chile watching this. In Chile, they drink pisco.
What's that?
So pisco is like, is it a rum? Like it's liquor though, and so it's pisco and Red Bull is pisco and whatever. So people, we had like a pisco overload for the 10 days that we were in Chile. So
Right.
we definitely got drunk stories. People definitely drank a lot. We had a lot of fun though. I mean, there's so many things. Getting lost in the city
Mm-hmm.
with the group, because we didn't really have a tour guide per se, so we kind of explored on our own.
Yeah.
And that in itself was dope because we didn't know what the hell we were doing and where we were going.
Yeah.
From that to stopping by a lady's corner store and buying like 60 bears, like there's like bear for everybody, like the entire group. To having to stop every 5 minutes for somebody to pee on their way back to the hotel.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of great stories, man. A lot of great memories you'll have.
It's like a huge like DJ retreat boot camp type of thing, and that's dope, man. It was just the entire experience was just so dope.
Yeah. Who reached out to you after you won?
A couple people. We got shout out to Marshall Montano. He actually posted the snip of when I played his song
Mm-hmm.
in the final. Amongst the other artists that I kind of use their snippets. So Charlie Black, he's from Grenada. He's the guy, not Grenada, sorry, Jamaica. He's the guy that sang the Party Animal. Wind up on my body,
Right. Yeah.
yeah. Rupee is actually a really good friend of mine. I actually got that Rupee dub plate Saturday morning.
Wow. Yes. Because
Because
it brings a new element to your set. Once you have something exclusive that no one else has.
Absolutely. Bubba started me out with that. Jump up, everybody jump up when you see DJ Puffy, jump up. He's from Barbados as well. He sings soca.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a couple of emails and a couple of messages from some clothing companies, some other tech companies per se, and the government of Barbados, the minister actually welcomed me when I came back.
I saw that.
He greeted me on Tarmac, the Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture here in Barbados. And we had a press conference after that, and they're still having they still have another presentation to make. So I'm excited about that. They didn't tell me what it was, but I have an idea.
Okay, right.
But yeah, we definitely have a couple of things on the table for 2017 and beyond as a result of Three Style.
For sure. And Young M.A. shouted you out in an interview, man. This doesn't really happen with big name artists, man.
I didn't see that coming. Like she had a show here on the 18th, and she was doing an interview, and she definitely she saw it. She saw the performance when they were showing it on the news here in Barbados. And she was impressed, and she mentioned me in the interview. So shout out to MA for real, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And it could have been easy for her to just forget your name, just to see a DJ and be like, oh, that DJ was good, but you remember your name. So yeah, much respect to Young MA for that.
For real. And I'm a fan, for real. I'm a fan. I watch all her interviews. Very humble person, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure you enjoy your music as well.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, for sure. Man, your girlfriend has a YouTube channel, and you've been on a few videos of hers. Do the two of you bounce ideas for content?
Yeah, I actually just bought her laptop last night because She couldn't edit. That's why she hasn't been putting out anything, because she couldn't edit anything.
Right.
So yeah, she got a new laptop, so she'll definitely be putting out stuff on her Heraconda channel. But we definitely bounce ideas off each other. She gives me the consumer perspective. You know, she's like, "Yo, this is dope. Maybe you should explain this more. Maybe you should do this in more detail, because the average Joe wouldn't really get this." And she gives me the opinion of the average Joe.
Mm-hmm.
So it's I'm grateful for her, and I actually helped her. I helped her start her channel. I don't want to take all the credit for it, but you know, I was like, "Yo, you should definitely like this. You enjoy makeup, you enjoy teaching people. You should just start a YouTube channel." Like, and she's really good at it. She's dope.
For sure, man. That's good.
So now I taught her how to edit all her videos on her own and everything, and she kind of has the idea of it now. So yeah, go check out my girlfriend's YouTube channel, man. Heraconda.
There we go. Man, you know, so like, what's next on the cards for DJ Puffy? You kind of mentioned already you've got an original coming out, like original remix. What else is next?
Many tracks, many releases, next level performances. You know, bigger festivals, music videos. I'm actually going to be hosting, or I'm trying to host a couple workshops here in the Caribbean, because in our region, like, we don't really have like a direct connection to any of these companies in terms of Pioneer or Serato. Like, we can't just go to a Samash and buy something.
Mm-hmm.
But we can't go to a music store and buy the latest turntable or buy the latest mixer. Like, we kind of gotta Amazon or get it shipped here, or ask someone to bring it in for us, because it's not a big market, you know. So I would really, and I already spoke to the guys at Pioneer and Serato about this, about bringing workshops and bringing retreats and the companies and the brands here to not only Barbados but the entire region, you know. So that would include bringing the three style element and some of my friends who participated with me in Chile to Barbados for parties and showcases and stuff like that, and just spreading the culture even wider. So Beast Mode will be coming to Barbados, along with a lot of the other participants and competitors in freestyle, and the judges as well. They will be coming here to just share the knowledge, you know, and allow other people and allow other DJs and entertainers and artists to be exposed to what I was exposed to be inspired as well. Because that's a big mantra for me. You know, I want to inspire others through my career and my everyday activities. So if I have the power as freestyle champion, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, and this all sounds like your idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
Man, like, I gotta commend you for that, man. Because you want to be able to give DJing some sort of exposure. I'm sure it's much needed over there.
Absolutely. Like, nobody has ever, like, from where I'm from, at least, like, nobody has ever thought about entering freestyle per se. You know, this was the first. Well, other than DJ Nico from Jamaica, I was kind of the first person after him to take it that seriously. You know, so that kind of opened a lot of people's eyes to the fact that there's a bigger world out there. Yeah, you know.
And we're from two different worlds, man. Because, like, you know, you're mentioning, like, the not much DJs that take it seriously, or just not enough DJs. But here in Australia, it's ridiculous how many DJs we got here, man. So many.
I could imagine.
Absolutely, man. Well, look, is there anything else you wanted to add, man?
I just want to say thanks to everybody for the support. You know, with good comes bad, so I'm aware of the things that are being said per se about how different I am to the previous winners of three style, and that's fine with me. You know what I mean? Because I mean everybody can't be the same, and I I I was able to just be myself, and people appreciated me for the fact that I was myself, and I can't be anybody but myself. So I'm looking forward to hopefully jogging the minds of those people who didn't quite agree with what happened on the 17th. But it's just all good vibes for me, man. I'm appreciative of everything that's happened in my career so far. And I'm looking forward to just taking everything to the next level and taking everything as far as I can.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, because I saw the post from Jazzy Jeff, and he was kind of like defending you like after your win and everything like that. Explain how that made you feel.
It was disappointing, you know, like seeing some of the feedback from some of the DJs, and it was just like, yo, bro, like, what the hell? Like,
are you talking about?
But I mean, there's not much.
Sorry to cut you off, but you're talking about the DJs from within the competition or just fans?
No, just like comments,
right.
The comments and the comments and the opinions. As I said before, I'm really into social media, so I see a lot. I don't see all of it, obviously, but
yeah.
I pay attention. You know, I pay attention to what's going on, and it was disappointing, but I mean, we can't be the same. And shout out to Jazzy Jeff and all the other guys for taking the initiative and explaining to people, well, yo, like there's more to just being able to two-click flare or tug job, like you know, like it's more to it than that. It's more to it than juggling with your nose or being able to go back and forth between records at 100 miles an hour. Like, everybody has something unique to offer to the craft, whether it's three style or DMC or IDA or whatever. Like, everybody has something unique to offer, and all these competitions are different. So we just need to recognize that and just accept things for what they are.
Absolutely.
And that's, I would never enter DMC. Like, I'm not a DMC DJ. I can't do that. And I've accepted that, you know. I entered three style because it appealed to me the most, and I just wanted to make the most out of my experience. So I commend, and I'm really grateful for people like Jeff and Scratch Bastard and Z Trip and New Mark for taking the initiative and saying what they said, because they didn't have to.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't have to.
And what was some of the advice you got from like Jazzy Jeff and Scratch Bastard? Because you mentioned that you got a lot of advice, and just being on the trip was just eye opening for you.
Well, I mean, I'm always a student, and they saw that. Like, they were like, yo, like, we can see that you're always learning, and you're always like taking out you always take everybody's advice into consideration, and that's a major factor. Like, not as an entertainer, but as a human being, like, on a whole. Like, if you're not willing to learn, then you would be as smart as the next a-hole, pardon my language. But, they saw that, and they commended me for it. They also encouraged me to continue to be myself, and continue to learn and get better. And they did give me some technical advice, and I took it. Beast Mode gave me some technical advice as well. And I've been working on what he told me before I left Chile. And yeah, it's just keep learning and keep growing. That was it.
Absolutely. So go follow DJ Puffy on all social medias. I'll put all the links in the description. And I appreciate you for joining me, man.
Nah, thanks for having me, B. Thanks for reaching out. It's a pleasure, man. Thank you so much. It was great talking to you.
No worries.
As we say in Barbados, don't be a stranger.
Absolutely, man. We'll keep in touch then.
Thank you, bro.